What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy, Lil Finesse, the Jiggy Hippie. Right back with another video for y'all. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about the Cancer energy. Now, the Cancer energy and water signs in general are very, very, very deep. So I'm about to hit y'all with a lot of information. So I hope y'all like mentally ready for all this, because this is it's gonna get deep. So I'll pause for the cause. I've been around a lot of Cancers in my life. So whenever the universe puts you around the same sign, like you could notice that, damn, I'm always around Virgos or I'm always around Capricorns. When the universe does that, they're trying to it's like a sign that you should learn something. Like they put you in that position so you could learn from that energy around you. So I'm supposed to be learning from Cancer. The way they are, I'm supposed to be learning from them. So Cancers, first of all, Cancers are the funniest people that I have ever met. Cancers, hands down, are the funniest people. So let me give y'all some like examples of Cancer people real quick. So we got Kevin Hart, obviously he's funny as fuck. Charlie Murphy. We got David Allen Greer. And if you don't know who that is, then you too young. Yeah, you too young. You too young for me. We got Robin Williams. And also peep, like in Robin Williams movies, his movies are always very like emotionally driven. Like just every single movie he has, he's very like in tune with the emotional part of it. We got Will Ferrell, and Will Ferrell is actually a Cancer Mercury. So he's a Cancer Sun and a Cancer Mercury. So he's very Cancer, and he's very funny. Like Cancer people are funny as hell. We got Bill Cosby and Terry Crews. So the Bill Cosby show, like the Cosby Show, is basically about a dad, living in a house, raising a family, like that homely environment, being in the house around people, around your family, being the family man, the provider. That's like Cancer energy right there, like the nurturing, like the family life basically. So all right, so Cancer is the first water sign. Cancer is a cardinal sign. Now remember, cardinals are the ones that spark the idea: the Aries, the Cancer, the Libra, and the Capricorn. Cancer is on the clock, and now everything happens for a reason. Everything is connected to everything around us. Everything is connected to something, like a spider web. So now there's 12 numbers on the clock for a reason. There's 12 zodiac signs. So now peep. So picture a clock in your head. Cancer is going to be number 4, and Capricorn is going to be number 10. So they're directly opposite. You could put like an axis in between them and directly opposite. So remember that Capricorn is the opposite of Cancer, and they both have very, very similar energies that drive them both. So remember that Capricorn is the opposite of Cancer. That's very important. Now the body part that Cancer rules. So we had the Aries is the head, Taurus is the throat, the Gemini was the arms and the shoulders and the respiratory system, the fast moving. Now Cancers, for the men, is the chest, and for the women is the breast, and also represents the stomach. So now Cancer is supposed to be the most nurturing sign of all. So now peep how everything ties in. What's more nurturing than a mother breastfeeding their child? Like that moment when a mother is breastfeeding their child, that's like probably the most nurturing the mother can be. Like when it comes to transferring energy and love to the child, like breastfeeding is like the most nurturing act you could do physically, to feel that, for the child to feel nurtured and safe. So Cancer represented by the chest for men, the breast for women, and the stomach. Cancer people usually always have they always have to watch what they eat, because they usually have like stomach problems. And if you're Cancer, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to expose y'all. I'm not trying to do all that, but you know what I'm talking about if you're Cancer. So understand that's why though, because you're represented by the stomach, and it's also represented the animal or the symbol is the crab. Now peep the characteristics of a crab, and you understand the characteristics of a Cancer person. Now the crab has a hard shell. It's very hard on the outside. It has sharp claws. It's very snappy, and it walks sideways. Now make sure you remember this, that the crab walks sideways. It doesn't just go towards what they want directly. It walks sideways, so it could peep the whole environment. Like they try to be like, they need to make sure they're safe where they're going. So when you're walking sideways, you can see everything. When you're walking straight, you might be missing things on the left and the right. So the crab walks sideways, and the crab is very, very, very strong and very tough. It could chop off your finger. And even if a crab is like grabbing something and it's alive, and you chop off the hand or the claw of the crab, even though the claw is not attached to anything, it's still going to be holding on. That's how tough and how strong the crab is. Like, the claw is not attached to the body, it's still going to be holding on. So also put that in your head, that cancers are very, very tough, no matter what they look like, how they present themselves, which I'm about to explain very, very deeply, why they present themselves and why they go through like all the emotional breakdowns they go through. Understand that they are very tough people. They're cardinal signs as well. So they're the go-getters, they're the sparkers, like the Aries. They get what they want. They're the go-getters. They have the energy and the drive to start projects and get what they want. So now Cancer is ruled by the moon. And I personally believe that the moon is the most important planet in our solar system, in our universe. The moon is so powerful. So being a Cancer, understand that you are connected to the moon. And this is for if you're Cancer sun, a Cancer moon, Cancer rising, Mercury, Venus. If you have Cancer in your chart, understand that this sign of Cancer is so powerful, and people misunderstand it so much, but it's so powerful. So Pete, the main job of the moon, and the moon is so important to us because the moon gives us energy. It is the driving force for plants to grow. A plant cannot grow if there's not a full moon and a new moon. So understand, sunlight gives the plant nourishment, it gives the plant energy, water gives it energy, but the plant is not going to grow if it doesn't have the moonlight. So without the moon, we will not have food to eat. We cannot grow any food to eat. So understand that the moon, the energy from the moon, gives the plant nourishment to grow. A plant cannot grow without a full moon and a new moon. So now peep this. When you go outside every night and you look in the sky, you will notice that the moon changes every single day. So the moon has 28 like sub phases and then 4 main phases. That's the phases are when the moon is changing. Like you can see how from like a quarter moon, half moon, like when it's changing, it has 28 phases. And in the 28 phases, it takes about like 29 days for them to go through. So now see how this plays in, see how things are going to connect to everything around us. So Pete, 28 phases, and it has 4 major subphases or 4 major phases. So the 28 phases is divided into 4. So there's going to be 7 phases in each major phase. 4 phases, there's 7 in each of them. So now that ties into our calendar and our month and our week. The word moon and the word month have the same root word for a reason. The way that we measure time when it comes to the month and the weeks is from the phases of the moon. There are 7 sub-phases in each phase, and there's 4 major phases. 4 weeks of the month, 7 days in the week. Hope y'all like peeping how everything is tying in. Like the way we measure time is from the moon. The moon's phases are very important to us because every phase represents something that we can feel. And if you really study it, and I'll probably put this in my part 2 because it's so complex how the moon is so important. It's so complex, like the phases of the moon and how it affects all of us, but affects everybody. So to understand the Cancer sign, you have to understand the moon. So 4 weeks in a month, 7 days in a week, 7 sub phases in each major phase, 28 phases in total. All right, so put that in your head. The moon changes every single day. Now the Cancer person, their mood changes constantly. They can change their mood in a day. They could, because they are represented by the moon, so they go through phases. Like they have phases of, and they probably themselves can't even understand why, like all of a sudden their mood changing and why they're crabby right now. And crabby is like snappy, represented by the crab, so they can like, the smallest thing can get them tight. The smallest thing could take them off. Like the smallest thing could just get them to snap at you. So they're inside, like their energy, they are going through phases. And also, I forgot to add, like, women have periods once a month for a reason. Women are connected with the moon because the moon is emotional, so, and women are emotional, so the cycle of the moon, the 28 phases of the moon, which is taken in like 29 days, is the same reason why women have the period once a month, because when the cycle goes around, they have the period, and it goes back around 29 days, roughly. Like, so every month, once a month, it's like the cycle of the moon is the cycle of the women's, like, the menstrual system. So all that ties in together. So understand that everything ties in together for a reason. And that's how important, how powerful the moon planet is. So put the moon, and let's add the Cancer sign to it, and it's all going to make sense. So the Cancers, they have mood swings constantly because they themselves, inside of them, go through phases. All they have to do in life, and all they have the drive to do, and what they really want to do, is to nurture. Just like the moon is represented by the mother, and opposite from Cancer is Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is ruled by the father. And that's for a reason. The mother and the father, both of them together, create, a stable environment. So the moon is the mother, the nurturer, and nurtures and gives nourishment to people. And the Saturn is the father, and that's the disciplinarian, the strict one, get the job done, no excuses, no playing around, like the rough, strict one that gets it done. But both of them have something in common, is they're both very patient, and they both have the drive to get what they want to do and get where they want to be, because they're both disciplined enough to get there. Understand that Cancer people love money just as much as Capricorn people. So if you have Cancer and Capricorn in your chart, understand that your purpose in this life, it's gonna be so easy for you to be able to make money, and your drive in life will automatically be just to make money, because both of them need stability, and there's nothing that will give you stability more than having money. So understand this again. The moon phases change every single day. Moon have phases, the moon changes. The Cancer person, they're gonna have mood swings, and they're gonna change the way they do things. They can't even explain it themselves, but they're gonna have mood swings. And understand that they do not care about what it looks like. They don't care about what you think. Once they feel something, because they're represented by the moon, and the moon is emotions, once they feel something, they feel it, and it is what it is. When you walk outside every day, every night, the moon is going to change no matter what. There's nothing that's going to change the moon from doing what it has to do. The moon is going to change. The Cancer person's mood is going to change. They can't help it. It is what it is. But the reason why the Cancer sign is such a beautiful sign, basically, is because Cancer people are so nourishing. They're the type, because all water sign is ruled by energy. So not energy. All water sign is energy. So all water sign is like the intuition, energy, and emotions. So they're the type of people that could walk in a room and just feel the emotion around the room. They could feel the energy. And what they genuinely want to do is, when they love you, they're the type that could see something is wrong. They could connect with you emotional wise, because they feel deeply the same way that if you're going through something, you're probably feeling something at the moment. They can feel what's wrong with you, and what they want to do at that moment is just to nourish you and to help you grow from within. Like, they give you the nourishing, like, energy. So Cancer people are always the nicest people you'll ever meet. They're the type that will do anything for you if they feel comfortable around you. And now that's very important. Cancers have to feel comfortable and safe before you can get the nourishing light from the moon, basically, because the moon controls even the tidal waves and the waves of the water. The moon controls the water. Like, the moon's energy is just so powerful. And the earth is 75% water. Inside of our body is 75% water. So if the moon controls the water of the earth, understand that the moon also controls us, like us as people. So the moon's energy is very important. I'm gonna keep stressing that. So understand that Cancer people, what they give, like people look at them, they sometimes say, man, you too nice, or why you so giving, or they present themselves as like, they're just nice, like they're kind of weak because they're just nice. Understand that that's what they're here, that's what their purpose is, to nourish people. But just like a crab, now a crab has the hard shell on the outside. So but when you open up a crab, it's very soft, and that's where you get the good meat. So hard shell on the outside, inside is very soft. So when you first meet Capricorn, when you first meet a Cancer person, if they give you like a bad attitude and the bad energy, it's only because they don't know you, they're not comfortable with you, so they have their shell up and they're just on the defense. Cancers are the most methodical, not the most methodical, but they are very, because they want to feel safe, like us, all they want to do. They want to be in a place that has consistent, they know that I'm coming to deal with this energy, so it's going to be consistently what I like, what I could deal with. So, and that's why they move sideways, because they really want to be slow and to make sure that every single decision they make is going to be the best for them. So they move sideways and methodically, and this is why they don't like new people, because when you have a Cancer, like a Cancer friend is going to be your best friend. Like I have a Cancer homie that I've known since like high school, and we've been homies for like, they're good ass friends, because they're the type of people that you need in your life that will like really help you emotionally, and it helps you just nourish. They give you nourishment that you need, like the mother basically. But Cancer peoples are just so giving. So when you're new and they give you that attitude, basically, understand that's because they're not comfortable with you. They're not comfortable with you. All they crave is stability. Just like the Capricorn, how the Capricorn craves stability, so they work hard, so they have money, so they'll be stable in life. The Cancer craves stability. That's why they say most Cancers like to be in the house. They like to be in the family. Like they just like to be in the house, like where they're safe. All they need to feel is safety and stability. That's why they love being in the house. That's why they're family oriented. They're usually really good at cooking. They'll get everybody together with food. Like they just like to have the consistent energy, because inside of them, they understand and they feel that their energy is changing just because the phases are changing. So their mood changes constantly. So in their environment, they want their environment to be constant. That's why Cancer people are usually the ones that will like go back to their exes quicker than most, because that feeling they had when they were in love with somebody and it ended, they just want that feeling back again. So they'll be more able or more easier to go back to their ex just for that energy back and that feeling back, that consistency. So think consistency. The same way Capricorn, the opposite of Cancer, is consistent with the grind and it works hard every day and is consistent. Cancers also, they seek consistency around them. So if you're trying to get with a Cancer female, first things first, and this video is getting kind of long, so I gotta wrap it up. First things first is, with all water signs, don't go into this thinking, just go into this knowing that you really truly understand that you want to like get to know this person. Like, don't play with their feelings at all. Don't play with any water signs feelings. A Pisces, a Scorpio, and a Cancer, like, because they are very deeply in tune with it. So you don't want to. This is why they're very guarded with new people. So you'll peep a Cancer likes you because they're very subtle. They're not too direct with what they do. They're very subtle, as in they walk left, they walk sideways, like the crab walks sideways. It's very subtle. It's not like direct. So a Cancer person is not going to tell you straight up. A Cancer female is not going to tell you straight up that she likes you. She's gonna give you she's gonna give you like small clues that, so she'll like, gradually get you towards her and gradually get y'all closer, because she's on guard in the beginning, and she genuinely wants to find somebody that she can pour out all her emotions to, because they're ruled by emotions. So they they have the understanding of emotions better than any other sign, and they want the consistency and the stability in a relationship of somebody. So they give you like small clues, and like they'll give you like subtle hints that they're feeling you, but they're not gonna be direct with going for somebody. It's gonna take them a long time for them to get into I'm not gonna say get into a relationship, because some cancers that are more or less mature go into relations very quick. They fall in love very quick because they seek the family life, and they'll automatically, like, even if y'all just started dating, they're the type that will say I love you very quick. That will be thinking about kids, and like they'll be thinking about the future, like the future stability, like Capricorn, which is also craves the family stability, and that's what they need as well. So they're all being opposite. They're very in tune with that mindset. So don't go talking to a Cancer thinking you're about to play her in the next week or something. So understand you have to be very serious if you want to be with a Cancer person, because you don't want to play with their emotion, because they look weak on the outside because they're always crying and emotional, but they are very strong people. They are cardinal signs as well, so they get what they want. And how to attract them is, first of all, you have to have a job or have something that makes you able to provide for yourself to begin with. And if you don't have a job, and like if you're not working, you should not even be trying to like get with females anyway. You should be on your purpose and on your grind to begin with. But that's neither here nor there. So because Cancer's opposite of Capricorn. Capricorn love the money, they love the status of being successful, they love all that. So Cancer as well love money. Cancers get money. Capricorn, cardinal signs, they get money. Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. Cardinal signs are go-getters. They get money. So understand that. Cancer females too, they love money. So they need that stability. They need to know that you're on your grind as well, because they are going to be on their shit. So to get with them, you just have to move slowly and try to understand that they're going to have mood swings. It's the most annoyingest thing ever, and I just said annoyingest, and that's not even a word probably, but y'all be alright. So I've been with Cancers all my life, so I understand that their moods can change, and they don't care at the moment. All they care about is how they feel. So understand that it's gonna be annoying, but you have to understand it's not gonna change. The moon is gonna change every night, no matter what. Cancer people are gonna have mood swings no matter what, because they're going through phases inside of their energy, because that's what the moon is. It goes through phases, it changes. So you have to understand that when they're going through their mood swings, understand what's going on and why they're doing this. It's not personal. They're not doing it to get at you or anything. And that's also if you're light sided. Like dark sided Cancers can probably, like, every time you see them, they always got something bad to say about life. They always got to complain about something, always got to cry about something. That's like if they're on the more darker side and like they're not really mature yet. But understand that the Cancer moods are they're not thinking about you when they're going through it. They just inside of them, they feel it. They just know that they're going through, because they're emotionally driven. Everything they do is driven by emotion. But Cancers are the most beautiful sign because they nurture. Like, they are the most, I can't stress this enough, how like nurturing the moon itself is for Earth and for us. So how nurturing the moon is, and that's why it's very important to know your moon sign and your sun sign and your rising sign. The moon sign is your emotion, so you understand how you nurture people. If you have a moon in Capricorn, you will nurture different than like a moon in Pisces. So understand that the moon planet itself is very important. It tells us how many days of the week there are, and it connects to even women and their periods. So to wrap this up, Cancer is the reason why they're emotional like that. The stigma of them being crybabies is because they are ruled by the moon. So Cancer people are the most, like, you should when you have a Cancer in your life, make sure you keep them, because they will nurture you, and you will get what you need, and you will learn things about life that you need to know, because of Cancer will give you like that advice, that nurturing, that motherly. They just give you that feeling of you're feeling nurtured and you feel safe. But if you don't know them and they don't know you, they're gonna have a mood. They don't know you. They don't like new people. Like, I'm not about to open up to you. I don't know you. So at first, don't be taken back by their emotions and by their crabbiness. They say they're grumpy all the time. Understand that it takes them time to open up. It takes them time to feel safe. So just be patient with them, and you're gonna, once they open up, you're gonna feel they're gonna just pour out so much love and energy. They're gonna pour out so much nurturing energy towards you. So I'm gonna make a part 2 of this, because Cancers, there's just so much to say about Cancer. I'll make a part 2 of this after I go through the signs. My next sign is gonna be a Leo, and Leos, y'all something else, but I'm gonna get into that. So subscribe if you haven't already. Press the like if you like this video, if you fucking with the kid. It's your boy Lil Finesse, the Jiggy Hippie. Be safe out there. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Peace. Oh yeah, and shout out to my brother. He's a Cancer. His name's Kevin Darbo. He's nice with this music thing, so go check him out.